Hey you guys, this is Carolyn from Homesteading Family, and here I am out in the cottage garden, and today I'm going to show you a really quick and easy way to get some great benefits from the herbs you have growing out in your garden, but to do it right away in a really refreshing way. I'm going to show you how to make a almost instant herbal iced tea. And today we are at the holy basil plant. Today I'm going to be making a holy basil iced tea. You could make this out of all different herbs. Whatever you have growing that's plentiful in your garden right now, you could use an anise hyssop if you like kind of licoricey flavor. You could use a peppermint if you want to cool down a little bit. If you find yourself really tense, you could use a chamomile. You just can use all sorts of things that are out in your garden. The holy basil is great if you're starting to feel a little bit run down from working so hard out in the garden during harvest season. So that's what I'm going to use today. This, you can see this has already gone to flower here. It's bolted, and that's just fine for the holy basil because a lot of the medicinal qualities is up here in the seed and the flowering stem. So that's okay. You wouldn't want to use this in this form if it was your sweet basil and you were wanting to cook with it. Then it's just not so good that way. You want to get it before it flowers. But for medicinal qualities and the holy basil, this is perfect. So I'm just going to grab several good handfuls of this. And you can certainly mix and match different herbs. You could add some lemon balm to this or whatever you think might taste good mixed together. And you might be surprised at the good different flavor combinations you can come up with. Sometimes they're just amazing, even when you're not real sure that they'd be great together. And if you haven't tried a Korean mint, you might want to try that if you have any of it growing in the garden. It's really good. All right, let's go on into the kitchen. All right, this works up really fast and really easy, but on the way in from my herb garden, I went ahead and I stopped and grabbed 2 stevia leaves. I like my herbal iced teas just a little bit sweet, but not too sweet. So this just goes in just right for me. Now you could use a sugar, you could use a honey or a sweetener like that. Because we're gonna blend this up, it'll probably dissolve just fine if you give it enough time in the blender. But if you have the stevia plant growing in your garden, in your herb garden, or if you wanna just use a little stevia powder, this works great for this. Okay, so I have my big handfuls here of the holy basil, and I'm just gonna rip this up. Nothing fancy, you could cut it if you wanted, but this is kind of a quick project. All right, I've got about 3 cups of cold water in my blender, and I'm just gonna put all of those right on in along with my 2 stevia leaves. Okay, now I'm gonna blend this on high for 30 seconds, something like that. I want it really well blended. I'm not trying to liquefy the herbs completely. I'm gonna strain them out. I'm just trying to get the water compounds of those herbs out of the herbs and into my water so that I can enjoy them in my iced tea. Here we go. All right, now you can see that this is really well blended. Look at that. We've got a little water dripping off the side there. And I've got a quart jar just filled with some ice because I'm gonna drink this right away. Now, if you have a few minutes, you can leave this sit for about 5 minutes and it'll really take on even more of that great herb flavor. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and put a funnel and a strainer right over my jar and pour it right in. Now obviously I didn't let this sit, I'm just gonna drink it right away. Now you can see how green that is. Oh my goodness, that is so filled with all of those good plant enzymes and all of that chlorophyll. Oh my goodness, this is such a healthy drink for you. It's so alkalizing, so your body's not as acidic on the pH, and you get the wonderful benefits of those herbs right back into your body. And look, it only took a few minutes. You didn't even have to heat the tea kettle. Isn't that wonderful? And it is amazingly delicious. Very good. I know I drink this stuff actually pretty regularly to keep my energy up with this holy basil tea. Again, if you're having a problem with summer heat, I'd really recommend trying the peppermint. That actually cools you down internally, not just because of the cold liquid, but because of the properties of the herbs itself. So enjoy, you guys. Have a healthy summer. Hey, if you want to learn how to incorporate herbs into your family's health culture, then join me for my free 4-part training on healthy healing at home.